Good evening and welcome to World of Sport TV. Bazza T's and UFC, part of the show, part of the channel. I've got Jade, John and Billy all waiting to come on to discuss the final result today. First of all, I just want to say a massive thank you to Stephen Fraser again, if he's watching. Just unbelievable donations through the live chat. And because of that, we are going to be giving away the replica Newcastle shirt tonight, as long as I can get all your names down and find a fair way of doing it, because I've run out a bit of time. And we're also going to give away to all the subscribers who have subscribed to the channel, not just the paying ones, the actual subscribers. A bottle of aftershave is going to be given away for free as well tonight. And I know I can do that fairly because I've got all your names already written down, for everyone who's let me know that they're an actual subscriber of the channel. So on that note, very, very quickly, if you do enjoy what you see and you're not subscribed, please hit that button and hit the bell to remind you when we go live. Push the numbers up. We're over 2,000. It's incredible we've come this far so quickly, and we're blessed that everyone decides to sit and listen to our terrible crack at times, but we do try our best. And if you would like to become a Patreon member of 99p a month, there are other options of $1.99, $2.99 if you're interested in paying a little bit more, but we will not offer anything different than the 99p membership. We just basically want you to pay what you can afford and what you believe this channel deserves. The more money we make, the more money we can give to these guys. Sports Trader, creating a level playing field. They're basically selling donated stuff, also brand new stuff inside the shop that's going to be open in Newcastle very soon. And all the money they make after they've paid the staff goes to underprivileged kids to buy them sports gear, to basically help parents out who are, on the breadline and things like that. It's an amazing charity. I'm so grateful they contacted us, and I jumped to the chance to say yes to help them out. So yeah, just please check them out. Check the shop out when it opens in Newcastle. We will announce it when it's open. And like I say, every membership that we get, a slice of that money will end up going to them in one way or another. If it's buying prizes from the shop or it's just donating, we will keep you up to date of the running total of how much we've given away. So I've wasted enough of your time boring your ears off there. Let's bring the guests in, my co-hosts and the guest John, who's in a hotel, who should be out in Newcastle trying to pull Gillian or trying to pull Bianca, but he's decided he wants to sit in his hotel room in that gorgeous city of Newcastle and talk to us three idiots. Welcome, John.
Welcome to you guys. Thanks for having us on tonight. And
John, we had no choice. You kept on begging.
Did I? I just thought, put me face through the window sort of thing and just get my head in there. Yeah, and
I should be out in Newcastle, mate. I'm disappointed.
Right.
Billy, how are you after today?
A bit disappointed, a bit deflated, but we're still alive and kicking, so still plenty of time to go for us to get out of this shit.
Exactly. Jade, how did you feel?
Absolutely gutted. Yeah. Absolutely gutted. It's just the best way. I'm sure we're going to go into it, so I'll elaborate more. But just really feel like I had the wind knocked out of me.
Yeah, definitely. First of all, let's just pay a tribute to Dave Harrison very quickly again. Oh, not even quickly. I'll talk for as long as I want about this gentleman. And no one can stop me. An absolute tribute to him today between the 68th and 69th minute. His picture was up on the wall. It's never enough, is it, though, for a gentleman like him? The free time he gave to the food bank, the way that he spoke to people, he earned respect. And every time he spoke, everyone was quiet and listened. He was just an absolute, just a monumental of a man, just huge, up here, respected him so much. And I was so grateful to call him a friend for as long as I've had the luck enough to know him and do some podcasts with him and listen to his stories. So just well done, Newcastle, for listening to Paul, and well done to Paul at the Toon Review channel, who we're in partnership with. So please check out his channel as well. He spoke to the club and, he helped organise it all. And I really hope Dave's family really enjoyed the day. I know it's hard to enjoy it, but you're at St James's Park. It's Dave's second home. It's probably his first home, to be fair. Don't tell the wife that, though, his wife. But he was just a great man. So yeah,
have they felt the love, Bobby? Have they felt the love? Have they felt the love from the people that he sat amongst each week and it was a great tribute, and as you said, quite rightly so. Brilliant from Paul to get that all sorted, and brilliant from the club for reciprocating. Because I don't think that would have happened 6 months ago, would it? Let's be honest about it.
Hell no. There's no way Mike Ashley would have even listened to anybody or read an email or done anything about it. Jade, what were your thoughts on Dave? I know you didn't know him too long, but you knew through chats and he spoke to you.
Yeah, we chatted a little. Obviously, Dave was one of the reasons that I carried on persisting with coming on a YouTube show, because he DM'd me after I was feeling a bit down, and was so supportive of me, and it was just there every morning, just to make sure that my day started all right. So it was really, really, really lovely to hear, just to hear the crowd when the clap started, whether it was through your commentary, live on here or on BT Sport that I had live going, you could hear it. It was beautiful.
Good. John, what was it like being at the game when that happened?
Yeah, I mean, I've got to go with Jade. I mean, gutted to hear, I thought Bitzer did okay. He scored a great goal. But
ASM. John, we're talking about Dave Harrison, mate. What was it like being in the ground?
We haven't gone into the game yet.
Yeah.
Sorry, thank you. Sorry.
What was it like being at the game when the 68th and 69th minute happened? What were your thoughts?
Right, I just think it's a great gesture, David. But that's a great gesture, and I just think it just touched everyone's hearts for David and the family as well. And I regard Dave as a friend, and I saw him twice. And for me, it's just like a father figure to me. And he's got time for everyone. He's got time for everyone. He talks to anyone, and he wants to know about you. And it's just an honor to see the man. I mean, he's going to be so sadly missed, man. And rest in peace, David.
Yeah, twice was enough to know how much of a legend he was, to be fair. I mean, I only met him 3 times, I think it was, twice outside the ground, and then once when we had a night at the Peter Beardsy talking. So thank you, Dave. You were an absolute gentleman. He saved, I wouldn't say he saved my life, but he saved me from getting like a drowned rat, I can tell you that. Right, on to the game a little bit, and then we'll look at some comments once we've gone through the team sheet, because there's 61 comments already, and I feel like it's going to be very interesting what's said. So Newcastle lineup, Martin Dubravka in goal, which we were very pleased to see, because we thought he might have been injured and we were worried Gillespie was going to be in goal. Great to see Paul Dummett back. I was a bit worried about him being thrown in with his pace against Dennis, but what a mountain he ended up being. Jamal Lascelles, Fabian Schär, and the new signing Kieran Trippier makes his Premier League debut. Ryan Fraser, Sean Longstaff, John Joe Shelby, Joe Linton, and St Maximum on the left, and a Premier League debut for Chris Wood up front. For Watford, Ben Foster in goal, very good goalkeeper. Kamara at left back, Jeremy at right back, Cathcart at centre back with Samar, then Kembe, Musisoko, I know I can't pronounce his name, Kuka, Pedro, King, and Dennis up front. So they came to attack us, guys. 3 up front. What did you make of the lineups first of all, Billy?
I was glad to see Dummett back for one. I wasn't very happy seeing Sean Longstaff's name on the team sheet, I must be honest. But he did okay first half. The second half, he kind of faded into oblivion. He just wasn't kind of apparent he was there at all.
Yeah.
And as for Watford, I thought I was surprised, but not surprised to see Dennis playing. If they don't get sanctions, because obviously they've kept him away from the AFCON on false pretences, and something should be done about that. Absolutely. Like you said, they came with some pace up front, and it was apparent they were going to go for us, and they at times in the second half they were all over us, let's be honest.
Yeah, they were, yeah. Jade, what about you? What did you think of the lineups?
Well, first of all, I was really relieved to see Dubravka, because when I said this morning Dubravka to start and you all told me he was injured, I was like, oh crap, because I couldn't
potential injury.
Who else? So I was really worried. I was really, really worried about that one. And then seeing Dummett in the starting lineup, I was pleased to see an actual left back in the lineup. But yeah, I was also concerned pace wise how he'd keep up. Seeing as he hadn't played for so long, ended up for me being the best player on the pitch. And then seeing Longstaff, my opinion of Longstaff is very publicly known. So naturally wasn't too happy with seeing his name, but he was there-ish in the first half. And then, like Billy said, nowhere to be seen in the second half. They've come to attack us. You can see that from the lineup. They believe, they're going to come for it. But looking at our team, I still felt really, really confident. To be fair, I thought we had more than enough on there, relatively speaking, to get a result today, to get the job done. And take advantage of the situation that we were in. I thought we had more than enough before the game started to do that.
I agree. John, what did you make of the lineups?
I thought the lineup was okay. I didn't want to see Sean Longstaff in, by the way, because some of things been really, really poor. It's great to see Dubaka started, because I was worried, like you said, I thought Gillespie's going to start because I thought Dubaka was injured. And it's great to see Paul Dummett back at left back. I thought, to be fair, I think he did okay. I think he played well. I really did. And
I thought Dummett was brilliant.
Yeah. Absolutely. I mean, I thought he didn't go far enough, but I thought he did okay. And if you look at the midfield, I mean, John Linton, what can I say about this guy? I thought he had a brilliant game. I mean, he's making those tackles and he's tried to drive from midfield. I mean, he did everything today. I thought he really worked hard today. And Chris Wood, I mean, it's only his first game. He didn't train for, he only had 1 day's training. And he didn't get the service today, but we're just going to put that down as for just in the squad. And he tried his best, but he'll get better. But yeah, I think the squad are happy 4-3-3 today, and it was just I thought it was a good squad, but I don't want to see Sean Longstaff playing for Newcastle again.
See, I was quite happy Sean Longstaff was in the team, because it was either Almiron or Willock, and both of them have been terrible as well. Very quickly, thank you, Keith, for becoming a member of the family. There is another person who has as well, but it's disappeared off my screen, so I'll come to you to who it was and give you a shout out then. We'll go into some comments before we talk about the game.
Stanley Waters.
You what? Sorry,
Stanley Waters.
Stanley Wallace, thank you very much for becoming a member of the family as well. It's another 2 to add to the draw for the replica shirt. So this is your last chance tonight to sign up for 99p or make a donation via the dollar button. If you make a donation, we're also including you in the prize draw for the replica shirt. So anything from £1 or above, you make a donation, you're in that draw. And any new members that come in tonight for 99p or £1.99 or £2.99, depending on which option you choose, you will be added into that replica shirt draw. And the replica shirt will be the size that you pick, and it'll be whichever shirt you want, home or away or third kit, whatever you want. We're going to buy it because of Stephen Fraser's amazing generosity today. He's allowed me to be able to afford to buy the shirt for the prize draw a lot quicker than I expected. So please do subscribe, do become a member, or do donate, and I'll add you to the draw. We might not get the draw done in this show because I don't know if I'm going to have time to write everyone's names down, to be fair, but it will be drawn either tonight or tomorrow at some point, and we will announce the winner on Fate. We'll announce them on Facebook through Paul's group. We'll announce them on Twitter through all our handles, and we'll also put a message on our YouTube channel as well. And we'll also announce it on a show as well. So whatever happens, you'll find out, and you will get your shirt if you win. So Ginger, obviously, he likes to get in early. What was Howe thinking? Parking the bus, tell them to press to take them off with someone who will. We did kind of park the bus in the second half, which will come on.
Yeah, but I'm not sure it was down to Howe, Baz. I think that was down to the fact they were knackered.
Yeah, no, I honestly believe so, but we'll come on to it more. I just want to read some comments out and let all the frustration get out. Wow, a £10 donation from Shearer69. Thank you very much for that, pal.
Cheers, matey.
You are definitely in the draw because I know you're a member as well. So you're definitely in there, pal. Thank you so much for that. Honestly, Guy, these tactics, what are these players follow that their manager tells them they don't? Just go out there and do nothing. If this was what training was like, we're screwed. I don't think training's ever like that. I just think the players in the second half were poor, weren't they, John?
Yeah, I totally agree. I thought Watford were a much better team in the second half. Apart from that one shot on goal from ASM, we did practically out. And I just think, Watford did warn us a couple of times. And Jamal was the most man. Let's be real. What was he thinking of for that pass? I just don't know. It could have cost the equalizer goal. And then I thought Watford smelled blood. That was especially in the midfield. And then when the goal came later on, they absolutely deserved it. I'm not going to lie, because you got it well for the header and in the back of the net. But I thought the players looked knackered as well at the end of the game. For a while, and you know what it is? I mean, when that goal went in, it didn't just feel like a draw, it just felt like a defeat in my eyes.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Well, my opinion.
No, I agree. Billy, what about you?
Yeah. First half, I thought we played it well at times.
You're just going to leave it there. Yeah.
I thought we played well at times first half. Thought some silly mistakes, even the first half. That tackle from Sharvey that got him the yellow card early doors.
Yeah.
There's no need for him to do it. I thought he wasn't as good as usual today either. Longstaff, okay. First half, he made some good runs off the ball.
He did, didn't he? In behind quite a bit. We mentioned that.
But after that, he kind of faded into obscurity. Trippier at times was a bit iffy defensively, I thought also. As were Lascelles and Shah. And at the back four, the only one that really did come out of it and play well was Dummett. And apparently Dummett's our quickest player, him or ASM. I mean, the size of the lad, he's absolutely rapid. And even though he's been out for so long, he played 90 minutes. Just the once he got caught out, and that's for their equaliser, wasn't it? But yeah, I thought it's going to take us time to get Wood into the style of football that he likes, and for us to get into that way and get crosses in. The one option second half, and ASM's kind of ran through the whole defence, needing a shot, and he tried to cross it. Yeah. So again, making the wrong decisions at the wrong time, and in the end, I thought the draw was a fair result, unfortunately for us.
Yeah, I agree. Jade, what about you?
I thought we were so poor in the second half. I'm not even going to be shy and try and defend us because there's nothing to defend. Where we are, we've had so many opportunities to get out of. You know, like I read something earlier that there's been 10 games that we've dropped points from positions that, you know, we should have gone on and got the points from. Chance after chance to get out of that bottom three, teams in and around us. And we just look so lackluster and not up for the fight at all. I read Maxi's tweet, you know, about, you know, we gave it a fight after the game. No, you didn't. If that's a fight, then I'm really concerned about what we're like when we show up and we're not putting the effort in. Because
I agree.
I didn't see any fight from us in that second half, given that, especially when we took the lead and went 1-0 up, and you're thinking, right, now push on, kill the game off, see it through, win it, get those 3 points, because it's such another opportunity on top of the ones we've already prior missed. And we didn't. We sat back and we allowed Watford to grow into the game. Yep.
I completely agree. I'm trying to find... Nope, he hasn't made a comment yet. I'm trying to add Annie. Oh, Annie's done it now at last. That comment there on the screen, to be completely honest with you, I disagree with that, because if you actually look at Wilson's record and look at Wood's records, they're very similar. So you're basically saying that Wilson's as bad as Gale and Wood. Would you agree with that, Jade?
I've never wanted Wood. We know this. We know this. I said it. I said it so many times. I didn't want him. His record is on par with Callum Wilson's. Yes, but we look so stagnant with him sat up top today, and I don't know what we were trying to do in and around him, but it looks so one-dimensional that I'm hoping it doesn't stay one-dimensional, because we really looked like we had, again, nothing up there, because it was just so one route the whole time, and it was so easy for them to defend against.
Do you not think Watford were very clever, though, and stopped us from getting down the line as much to get the
I just don't think we did it enough. I don't think we did it enough, and I don't think we did it whenever we did try to. I don't think there was enough quality there. I don't honestly believe today. I think Newcastle should have looked at this game today and gone for that win. We should have, taken a team that hasn't won in 6, smelt blood, as the phrase is that I've read and seen, and we should have gone for the kill. And we rolled over like puppies.
Yeah, I agree in that second half. Scorpion, thank you very much for becoming a member. You will be added to the prize draw for the replica shirt. Julie says smash the like button. I always forget about the like button. When you hit the like button, it helps YouTube with the algorithm to share the show with other like-minded fans and makes the chat a lot more interesting, which so far it's very interesting. Yep, I think a lot of us feel like crap. Back in 5 minutes, going to grab some people. Okay, Paul. The problem with Newcastle front line is we bought a front three for speed, not to cross the ball to Wood, so he gets the runs in the attack. Thank God Saint did score. I mean, yes, Maximum didn't have the greatest game in the world, but he did what he did, what he does best when he's got the ball at his feet, John.
One contribution is going to despise criticism from him, isn't it? It's going to make him untouchable again for another week. And that I can't stand that either, because he didn't have a good game either.
He was shocking, wasn't he? Do you agree with that, John?
Yeah, I have to agree. I mean, look, he's got a cracking goal today, and to ASM, and again, sort of thing. Again, he just gives the ball away, and he just gets tackled so easily. Sort of thing. All he has to do, is when he gets the ball, right, pass it to someone. If you can't do it, if you're not going to take command, and you think you're not going to do it, just pass the ball and get someone else to have the goal. You know what I mean? But again, I mean, they worked him out. They absolutely worked him out, this game, and he's going to be one-dimensional sort of thing. And I don't want that for him at all whatsoever. Do you know what I mean? But
oh, that's cheered everyone up. That one,
John, you made me laugh there, Bianca. I'll let you have that one tonight, man.
No, but that's nice. No, I mean, back to ASM. I mean, it's a hard one, really, sort of thing. Should it be dropped for the next game or not? For me, I mean, if I'm perfectly honest, it's going to be a bit controversial, sort of thing. If he doesn't learn to pass the ball.
Very quickly, John, sorry to Ginger about his boss dying. That's very sad news. I hope you're all right, pal. If you want to talk to any of us, or I'll go on, John. You carry on. I'm going to add your Twitter handle into the thing. But if you want to talk to us, Ginger, outside of this, you can always drop us a message.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, back to ASM.
Yeah, I was going to say, I mean, look, we all know he's a canny player, but at times he's got found out he just doesn't know when to release the ball at the right time. But he's scored a cracking goal today. But, I mean, they worked him out now, how he plays, and he just doesn't change it up a little bit. But I heard a lot of people saying that he needs to be dropped and play the last 30 minutes at impact sub. But it's a hard one, but it's
who do you drop him for, I suppose, is the question, because there's not really anybody, unless you pick Almer on maybe as a left winger on the left side, and you have Fraser on the right side with, a right foot and a left foot on the right side of the pitches that they should be on. I guess that's an option.
Yeah. I personally agree with you there. I mean, I think Murphy, for me, is the best crosser of the ball, because when he's on it, he's on it. But ASM, I mean, he can't really drop him. I don't think Eddie's going to drop any time soon. I really don't, because he's the one who can make anything happen. He makes things happen. But it's got to be learning how to be a team player, not for yourself. Football's not all about him. It's a team game. It's not all about ASM. So,
yeah, I do agree. Julie's got hearts on DH. We did speak about him, obviously. Just getting to the comments now. There's the Stanley one. Thank you very much for being a member of the family. You'll be in the draw for the replica shirt. Yes, we do need those.
I have video footage of this, Louis, and I also now have a message in the chat. If you offer me these Burger King vouchers, right? Don't be letting a girl down publicly, boy.
Yeah, exactly. So let's move on to the chances.
Further. ASM, the goal aside and that one run aside, it was a litany of absolute disgraceful errors, wasn't it? The one pass that came to about 2 miles an hour that he let roll under his foot.
Yeah,
put in trouble at every opportunity, passing the ball to the wrong to their players. Part of those two bits of magic, and one ended up with a goal, and the other one ended up with a cross when he should have shot and probably would have scored.
Yeah,
he was absolutely diabolical today.
Yeah, I completely agree. Very quickly, guys, if you want to become a member for 99p and be within the chance of winning that replica shirt, I've pinned the link to the top of the chat. So you just got to click on it and choose which option you want to do. And your name will pop up, and then we'll add you to the draw. I can't wait to give it away. I'm excited because it's probably the best prize I've given away, to be fair. I've given away 3 of those.
I'm not even going to get it.
Hey, oh, no, you're not even a member, are you? Oh no, you donated.
But I can't.
You are in the draw.
Yeah, I am, but I'm not. So.
Oh right, I see. You're going to be one of those good girls that says, "Oh, just redraw it if my name comes out."
Yeah, just redraw it if my name comes out because I'm on the channel now. So.
I suppose. And stop donating because you're on the channel.
Oh, but it was funny though, wasn't
it? It was funny. It was very funny. I get it. Let's go to the chances then in the first half. So obviously, I thought we played well in the first half. I thought Sean Longstaff was making some good runs in behind the defence, giving good options for little balls into the channels. The first big opportunity fell to Joe Linton, where it was a bit of a deflected cross, and it somehow looped into the middle of the box where Joe Linton got a volley on it and it hit the cross. I thought it hit the post watching it on my phone, but it was the crossbar. You know, you're talking half a foot lower and that's in the back of the net, and then we're 1-0 up and everything's going to be easy. Billy, we were going nuts that didn't go in because we thought we'd scored.
Yeah, he did well to get a foot to it, didn't he? Can't really blame him for missing that one. But yeah, at that time we were kind of on top and looked like the only ones that were going to score. But the thing is, when we do score, we tend to go into our shells, don't we? So, had he scored then, we might have ended up losing a pissing game, not drawing it.
Yeah. At least Nia still holds some belief there, Jade. Tell her thanks. Knock on the ceiling.
Thanks, Nick.
What did you make of the chance, Jade, that fell to Joe Linton? I mean, it was very unlucky, wasn't it? Because he hit it.
I wanted it to go in for him. I really did because I saw it going across, and I just thought, yeah, bury it. And it didn't. And I was like, for God's sake. But because we were in the game at that point, you know, first half, it didn't look too bad. You know, you could see a little rough around the edges and whatnot. We looked nervous. You could feel that. You could feel that on the pitch. But, you know, during that first half, with the runs that we were making, the chances, the half chances, we'll call them, you know, that were on and off coming, I kind of felt like, still at that point, like we've got enough here to, you know, to go on in the second half and build on this, because it wasn't the worst first half ever, but it wasn't the greatest either. I think Watford were just worse than us, and it made us look, you know, it gave us more control of the ball from where Watford was so bad and sat back. They kind of allowed us to press.
Yeah. I agree with that comment. ASM was only good for 45 minutes again today. It was a little bit longer than that because he scored a little bit later on, but for me,
I don't think he was good for that long. I think he was shit first half. He was shit most of the second, and those two little bits of magic apart, shit for the whole game.
I think you've got to think that maybe, you know, he would be better as an impact sub, John. I mean, would you agree with that?
Do you know what? I mean, I wouldn't. I'll try it. I'll definitely try it. So we'll see how Murphy and Fairstyle does on the flanks, right? And see what happens after say first 60 minutes. If there's no joy, then bring on ASM on, sort of thing. Do you know what I mean? Try something different. Try something new. Because I agree with you guys, sort of thing. I mean, the only thing he's done today is just a goal. That was it. Everyone knows that. Okay. But other than that, he did practically nout. But I'll say drop him, right? And then just go from there, sort of thing. Just see how it goes. Because it's a team game. And it may probably think, hang on a minute, why am I being dropped? Have I done anything wrong? And then you can go out there and prove the manager wrong. I want to see players prove managers wrong. And this is an opportunity for ASM to go on the pitch from the subs bench. And then who knows? He might turn it on. He might make a statement out there and say, "Look, you should never drop us in the first place." But hey, at the end of the day, I mean, I think he will be dropped soon. I can see that coming.
Yeah,
his body language screams everything for me. You see his body language when he showed up at the ground today. You know, during his warm up and whatnot. His body language, his face, everything just screams that he's not in it. He's just not in this at all for the club or the fans.
I honestly thought Longstaff played well in the first 45 minutes, but the team played well in the first 45 minutes, which was what we're discussing now. We're in that part of the show. The next big chance, which Jade, Joe Linton again. What a cross to the back post. He's running onto it. If that's wood on the end of that, I think the back of the net gets burst. But Joe Linton either takes his eye off it because of the guy who was coming across to defend him, put him off, and he's somehow missed from 3-4 yards out. You know, does he deserve criticism for missing that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does, regardless to recent loves for him. You're 2-3 yards out. For me, there's never an excuse in any day of the week to be missing a chance from 2-3 yards out. So, has to be buried, has to be criticised for that. But we know that he's not a particularly great finisher because we all know he shoots like candy floss.
So true. Poffenway scored against Brentford. That was quite a good goal. Jade, what's it with the Spanish flag? I'll leave you to explain that.
Jade is half Spanish. So, as I was born in Spain, my nationality is Spanish. Therefore, this is my country.
There you go. John, what did you make of the Joelinton chance? Did you see it from where you were sitting?
I did. I mean, he could have done a lot better, sort of thing. And the defender, I thought when I first watched it, I thought the defender took her out from behind after he took the shot. But looking at it again, I mean, I agree with Jade. He could have done better, sort of thing. And I've been a big advocate of Joelinton anyway. I mean, he's been playing really well, and he should have done better. And listen, he's due a goal because he's been playing so really well. And I just think, I mean, he's become a fan's favourite now. You know what I mean? But
yeah, he's got his own flag now, hasn't he?
He has, hasn't he? And you know what it is like? I mean, just goes to show that we all love him. I mean, the song is great of Joelinton, by the way. It's absolutely fantastic. That she's electric. And Joelinton keeps on carries where he is. He'll be electric as well, sort of thing. Do you know what I mean? So, should have scored.
Yeah. Billy, you have to praise Joelinton, really, I suppose, for the way he's turned his career around at Newcastle, because 2 years of shite. You know, we've absolutely hammered him, especially with John. You know, the only thing that Joelinton gave us for 2 years was the John and Joelinton love affair. But now he's really starting to put in performances. And I felt sorry for him when he missed that, because me and you had our heads in our hands, didn't we, when we were watching it?
Yeah, he should have at the very least got it onto target, shouldn't he? And just to slice it wide from 3 yards out. It should have been a goal, and he should have at the very least got it on target. But aside from that, and I thought he had a good game actually against Joelinton.
Yeah,
not as good as he has been, but still a good game. Still a solid 7 out of 10. Yeah. And like you say, he's completely changed his career around by being played in a position that kind of suits him, doesn't it? He uses his power in a better area of the pitch, and his strength, and he's got nice little touches too, and he goes past players. It's just when he gets in that penalty box, he just sees the goal and freezes, doesn't he, every time?
Yeah, he seems to go to pieces, doesn't he? Kevin, glad he got home safely. It's good to see you back in the chat. Obviously, we had a bit of a dispute when it came to the white-collar boxing, but we won't bring that up tonight. But it's good to see you, and I'm glad you're home safe. Everyone sees the Everton fan on the field trying to get Rafa. I seriously hope all the TV pundits and experts that slated us Newcastle fans for the way we treated Bruce have got something to say. That is a very valid point, because Rafa's in trouble, isn't he, guys?
He's in huge trouble, absolutely huge trouble. And he should never be appointed at Everton in the first place, because the fans did not on there in the first place, right? And I knew he would not see the fear out. And I've heard people swear, right? I mean, I heard today as I walked out the stadium, right? Which I'll show you on to later on, that our fans want Rafa back. And it's crazy, man. I mean, it's a hard one.
It is. Kevin, I was just saying, from the formation that Watford were playing, the 4-3-3, it looked attacking and it looked like they were coming to get us, not the actual performance itself, just what it looked like on paper when we were going through the team sheet. Cambridge played better than Watford. Yeah, they did, to be fair. Shelvey and Longstaff need to go. Shelvey's coming into some criticism again. I mean, he was slow today, wasn't he, Billy? And he gave away a yellow card, a free kick in a very dangerous position because he was too slow at the very start of the game, didn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. And it was a silly tackle to make as well, because the bloke was going straight into another defender. And it was just only millimetres away from it being a penalty, wasn't it? Let's be honest. And Shelvey does that at times, doesn't he? He loses his head. And I didn't think he was that good today.
No, he wasn't.
He certainly wasn't the worst, but once he got yellow carded so early, he kind of went out of the game altogether then, didn't he? And he knew he couldn't put a tackle in, so kind of...
I tell you what, though, that very different mentality from him, wasn't it? Because if you look at the Spurs game when he got himself sent off, you know, he rash challenges, stuff like that, when he was on a yellow card, at least he kind of curbed that side of him. But then again, you lost the best of them, didn't you, because of that?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's the Spurs game. He'd come on as sub, and he probably wasn't happy a bit of being a sub, and all that sort of went to his head and he saw red. But today, yeah, he had a card kind of ruined his game, I think. But he didn't give the ball away much. I mean, he still spread the ball around nicely, but
it was just a bit slow, wasn't it? And a bit backwards.
Slow. He wasn't as influential as he has been, that's for certain.
Yeah. So that was half time, 0-0. And then again, the second half started with Soto on the front foot. ASM opens the score and with a brilliant goal. I mean, he actually won the ball, didn't he, himself on the wing? Got round his player, cut inside two players to inside the box. And instead of curling it like he did against Man United, he smashed it in the near corner. Went off and did his strange Kung Fu celebration. Don't know what that was all about. But 1-0 up, everything's rosy. You know, let's go on and win the game. Jade, what did you make of the goal, first of all?
That was a really good goal. I will give credit on the goal. He wins the ball and he stays on his feet, which I was quite impressed with, because initially when he wins the ball, my first thought is he's going to go down and slap the ground and cry for the next 30 seconds. But he doesn't. Yeah. He stays on his feet. And lo and behold, how amazing, ASM. You stay on your feet, you managed to go on a run. So hopefully you'll learn something from that one, buddy. You know, cuts on the inside, hits the ball. It's a great goal. You know, another typical Maxi celebration of glamorous heights. And that was the most glamour that you got out of him for 90 minutes.
Yeah, and I know who Joe Linton is, and he's not happy with Wood. He never was happy with Wood signing. And we've had some very good conversations about him, but he still doesn't want him. He's now calling for Howe to potentially be placed as well. So,
I mean, the chance it showed it wasn't so effective because he couldn't put the ball in the channels.
Yeah,
that ball had gone now with Chris Wood there. Because let's be honest, he's slower than me almost.
Yeah, I thought Watford played well the second half. I thought they deserved the point in the end. But they were talking about you know, ASM's goal. John, what was it like when the ball hit the back of the net? Did the roof come off that stadium?
It did, actually. I mean, it needed someone to produce a magic sort of, and hoping to be ASM because you don't know what he can produce. And it was a cracking goal, by the way. And I mean, Ben Foss had no chance of saving, by the way, and did that Kung Fu celebration, as we all know. And then he's going to go on an amazing run of the game 2 minutes later, and they got taken out by someone, a Watford player sort of thing. And once they've done that, I didn't think Asian was the same again because they roughed him up. That's exactly what they've done. And after that, it just wasn't quite the same. But listen, the celebration was great. And
was it? I didn't like the celebration. I wasn't impressed with him. With the way he went into the corner and did that kick thing. It's just no.
No, from our fans.
From our fans, from the fans in the ground. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, they were excellent.
You know what I mean? And listen, at the end of the day, I mean, all he has to do just celebrate the players, and that's it. But he didn't do that kick sort of thing. Just wave to the
bit weird, wasn't it?
That's it. That's what he's got to do. Yeah. But if we go 3-4 up, he can do what he wants. But we won.
Yeah, not when we're only 1-0 up. You've got to be sensible. Oliver, I agree with you. If Wilson wasn't injured, I don't think we would have signed Wood.
But I don't think he's the man we would have gone for had Wilson not been injured. He wasn't. He wouldn't have been the striker that we'd have looked at.
Exactly. But we were desperate to get a striker in for Watford, and that was the best way to get one. One that had a release clause, one we can get through the door within 24 hours. So it is a panic buy in a way, but it's still a shrewd panic buy if you think about it. Does that make sense?
Well, we'll let you have that one, Baz.
It's a shrewd panic buy because it's weakened Burnley. He's got a goal ratio of 1-3, so you're not buying a bad striker. The only thing about Wood is that you have to play a certain style of football. Like you mentioned, Jade, it gets a bit static, but you've got to get down the wings, you've got to get crosses in, you've got to play to his strengths. But we didn't quite do that today.
You've also got to get people in behind him, and after Longstaff kind of a gasket blew, we didn't do that at all, did we?
Yeah, exactly. The next game is a must-win. Leeds is going to be a very tough game away from home, but hopefully we'll have another 2 signings in by then to try and sort us out. Annie's got his spanner. I finally sorted it out. I had to try and find a comment from him somewhere and sort it out for him, but there we go. Through the middle, not too much, right? Ikitiki is a must this week. I would love him in. Right, let's talk about their goal because it's the last talking point of the game, I guess, apart from the fact that, you know, we'll talk a bit about Eddie Howe as well. Fantastic cross, that's the kind of cross that would have loved to have seen all game. An absolute fantastic header. I see Lascelles getting a lot of blame for the goal, which I find very harsh, and I'll tell you why. Because when the ball came in, the Watford player was attacking it, and Lascelles was actually having to backpedal to get to the ball, which means you couldn't get the leverage that the Watford player got, and that's why he got beat to the ball. So it was a great cross. The cross should have been stopped. They should never have let that happen. But when that ball was swung in and the Watford guy got a leap on him, there was no way he was beating him in the air, and he threw his whole body at that ball. And it was a great header. But again, we should have been out of sight. We should have been 3-0 up after the first half performance, and it was just a kick in the teeth, Jade.
I don't know where to start, but there's a whole lot of there, Baz, in one go. It's the exact ball that if we're going to be playing the way that is now going to have to change. Again, we didn't even pick up the original way that Howe wanted us to play. We're now changing styles again for Chris Wood. That's the exact kind of ball that we should have been looking to play for him. It was a wonderful cross in. Should have been stopped 3 times before the ball was even played into the box.
Definitely.
You definitely can put some blame on Lascelles. Watch the ball all you want. Watch your man. You're a defender.
Wasn't his man though.
Watch your man. If
it wasn't his though.
You're the captain. You should be dictating that back line. That's your job.
He's looking at the ball, isn't he? He's looking at the cross.
You're the focal point. You should all be talking to each other. You're the captain.
I agree. There should be more communication, but he should be looking where the ball's coming from.
They should all be talking to each other. Somebody should be shouting at somebody. If you've got a man coming in, somebody should be shouting, whether it's him or Cher, whoever, which one of it is at the back. You've got a man running in. Shelby, any one of you. One of you should have been shouting that there's a man coming in, and then you challenge that man. But he's got a run free header at that. It's abysmal.
Yeah,
I think it's extremely poor.
Yeah, it was.
I think it's awful.
I just don't think that everyone landing all the grief at Lascelles' door for that goal is.
I don't land it all on Lascelles. I land it on all 4 of them.
Yeah,
Trippier's the man. It's Trippier's man. Whether he's let him go, he should at least shout it to someone. It's man coming in.
Definitely. There should have been more communication there.
I mean,
and there
Lascelles is marketed man, isn't he?
Jade.
I mean, Lascelles was poor in the game, but just for that goal himself, I felt sorry for him because he got the blame for it because he ended up being the one looking that he was making the challenge. But he was backpedaling. You know, you can't be everywhere. You can't mark every player. But he's getting the blame for one player coming in on his blind side that he had no idea was there. And there was another defender behind Lascelles who really should have covered him.
Yeah,
so, yeah, that's the way I see it, and I just felt sorry for Lascelles for that. But you've got
to look at all of them. To be fair,
yeah, you do. Of course, you do.
You've got to look at them all. It shouldn't have happened. It should have been stopped. Like I said, 4 passes prior to that cross coming in. The move should have been stopped anyway. The cross should never even have been allowed to go in.
I agree with that as well.
We sat back and we let them get that opportunity, and that's the team's got themselves to blame. You let them get back into the game. You gave them that.
We did. Musa Sissoko, I don't know why he was talking to Dubravka after the miss that he put in himself because he was one-on-one with him and put it wide. If it wasn't for Dubravka, we could have lost that game in the second half, to be fair, because he pulled off a great save as well when, was it Dennis that ran in down the left and almost scored?
The same bloke, wasn't it? It was a Pedro again.
Oh, it was a Pedro again. John, what did you make of their goal? I mean, I still think it was a great header. It's one of those ones. It was a great cross, but cross should have been stopped. We had our chances to give away a yellow card or something just to stop them from getting the crossing.
Yeah, that's been a problem. Excuse me. And I think, in my opinion, there's a communication problem at our football club. That's only my opinion. Yeah. But there's definitely a communication problem. And I'm going to do a review tomorrow. And that's exactly what I said. Now, what it is, right? I mean, you're right, Baz. That cross should never come in. Never. Yeah. And I think Almiron as well has got a path as well, because I did think he tracked back as well to help Dom it out as well. I don't know if anyone saw that, but that was poor as well. But that was a great header. It was a brilliant header, by the way. But honestly, they should be told. I agree with you. They should have talked to each other, sort of, and called man on this and that and all that. But in my opinion, that goal could have been stopped, could have been invented. And let's be honest, guys, that goal was coming. It was coming because Watford should score 3 before then.
Yeah, I agree. Right, let's talk about Howe's tactics in the second half. Was it Howe's fault, or were the players just doing a Bruce, too tired, sitting back, hoping to hold out the 1-0? Even he said in his post-match interview that they were trying to hold on as well, which was a bit of a surprise. Like they can't see games out, but if they can't see a game out, at least attack and try and score a second, Jade. I was disappointed. What he said.
I find him disappointing. Again, it's the second week in a row he's come out and given a post-match conference where he's spoken words that I can't help but wrinkle my eyebrows at him. There's no excuse for how those players played today. There's no excuse for the past few games. These are teams in and around us. You shouldn't need 5 and up. You win this game, you're at the bottom 3. You then push on to stay up. You shouldn't need any more 5 and up than that. But take everything else out. You win this game, you're out of the bottom 3. The battle really then can start to stay up. And instead, they haven't really done a lot. They've got a goal from nothing. And then they've sat back and continued to do nothing, whether that's called protective mode or whatever. To me, they just didn't look at all like they cared. Again, I don't see any passion in that squad or any desire. And I find that so concerning, in this fight to stay up. It really, really worries me when you're looking on the pitch for players to be screaming at each other, to give a bit of something, and there is nothing.
Yeah, I agree. John, did you feel let down by Howe today? Because I did a little bit, because like I said, and Jade said as well, we want a manager who's got fire in his belly on the touchline, trying to get the defense moving the line up, not sitting too far back. Did you see a man who was worried today that he wasn't going to get a win?
If I'm honest with you, I thought he looked a bit worried as well, but that's my opinion. Listen, I like Eddie Howe. Yeah, I like this guy to succeed. I wanted to be the best manager Newcastle could ever be, but at the minute in time, I thought he got us so slightly wrong a bit, bring it off ASM and brought on Miggy. I thought he got the tactics of subs wrong. Yeah, and that's because Miggy didn't track back to either led to equalizer and goal. But he also come out and he said about Sean Longstaff, saying that he's the future of the club. Well, if that's the case, I'll be very worried, because I just don't think he's good enough for Newcastle United. But I think he needs to be more ruthless now. I think Eddie's a bit too nice to the players, sort of thing. He needs to be ruthless, and he needs to be saying, right, you know what? I'm going to get rid of all of you guys because you're not good enough for my football club, yeah? These players, are the St. Lee Kine players going to keep us up this season? I don't think they will. Because there's just no passion in this team at all whatsoever. Tripper comes in, brilliant, but Eddie needs to do a lot more if he can. I'm still Eddie in. Yeah, I'm not going to tap on in yet, but just come in. But I heard people saying he's under pressure. I heard people say they want him out. Yeah. If that is the case, then I'm sorry. Ask us one question, people. Right? Who do you want in? Who do you want to take in? You're not going to get Diego Simeone in the club. There's no way.
Yeah.
But that ain't going to happen anytime soon. Oh, I'd love to. He'd be my number one choice. But Eddie Howe, I'm going to defend him. I'm going to keep by him, because you can't change managers all the time. And he's got to be given time. He's got to be given a couple of transfer windows, whatever sort of thing, to mold the team how he wants it. But some of those players are taking the wholesale mick as well, because they do, you know what? I'm comfortable with Bruce, by the way. I'm comfortable playing under Steve Bruce, yeah? But anyhow, they have to work harder. And they look fitter, but they're not doing enough.
Yeah. Oliver, we're actually discussing that now, so you can listen to what's going on. Obviously, there's so many comments.
Then this club isn't going to go anywhere.
I think one of the things I believe
he's not the future of this club at all.
No, but think about what he's doing, though. He's actually backing his player in public, but you don't know what's happening behind closed doors and what he's saying. So to me, Billy, I personally think that's a good way of doing it, because if you slag your player off, then he's just going to slump his shoulders and curl into a ball, isn't he? Or does he come out fighting? But it's a risk, because you should never really slag your players off in public, in my eyes. I personally, that's my fault.
I agree with you. You've got to do all your criticism in private. Yeah. But what I will say is we've won one game all season. And when we take the lead, we haven't got the mental fortitude to hold on to it. We shit ourselves. We're scared of equalisers coming. And when that happens, inevitably it does happen. I thought Eddie Howe got his substitution wrong today when he brought Miguel and got Almiron on for ASM. He should have, but if he wanted to real tighten up, the obvious substitution was to bring Matt Martial and play him on the left wing, and he'd have tracked back, and that cross would never probably come in. So that's the criticism I got Howe from a tactical point of view. They were knackered second half. They were knackered. They were scared. They were timid. They were second best. They were second to every ball. And in the end, the inevitable happened. And it was going to come at some stage, whether it was from that cross. It probably would have come afterwards if they hadn't let that one in. So, yeah, I agree with you. As long as he is criticised in the dressing room. But we're not going to know that until we see the next team sheet, are we? Let's be honest.
Yeah, that's true.
If the same team comes out again, I will start to question his actual management ways, I'll be honest.
This is a very interesting comment from Joel Linton, and I'm going to have to put him in his place right now. Rafa swapped for Howe and also Longstaff. You are aware that Rafa wants to buy Longstaff at Everton. So if Rafa comes back to Newcastle, Longstaff is going nowhere. So that's a bit of a silly comment, Joel Linton. You need to do a bit more research. Rafa's not coming back anyway. Howe's going nowhere. The owners aren't going to sack him. It's as simple as that. I think we need to get behind the manager personally. And, we are really behind the team, aren't we, in St James's Park? Let's just stop being so doom and gloom sometimes. It's a draw. Yes, it's not what we wanted, but we don't get what we want all the time. There is still winnable games.
Does it not concern you, Baz?
It concerns me a little bit.
10 times we've dropped leads. We've had
21 points.
21 points altogether.
4 or 5 opportunities to get out that bottom 3. We've passed up each and every single one of them.
Yeah.
Burnley have got games in hand on us. Watford is now still points ahead of us. Norwich picked up a win again today. He's not getting concerned. He's not starting to creep in at all. That actually, this really isn't looking good.
No, because we've still got the transfer window. And if we buy 2 or 3 more players, that team looks completely different with a different mentality.
That hasn't proven cute so far, has it?
Yeah, but we've only signed 2 players, though. And we haven't signed them in really the key positions that we need. We need 2 centre-backs, or at least 1 centre-back. And we need 1 centre midfielder that knows how to unlock a defence. And we don't have those players. And when we get them...
I'll keep the faith, until it's mathematically that we're down. But you keep looking at these pass-up opportunities. And the more you pass up these open doors to get out of the shit you're in, one of them, at some point or another, the door's going to start closing.
I don't agree with that either. I get what you're saying, Jade. I am disappointed today. I really am. Don't get me wrong. I just think 2 more, 3 more signings, that team looks different. And then I'll judge them once the window's closed. I just hope we can get a win somewhere. You never know. We might be one of those teams when the new players come in, we'll pick up a win where we don't expect one. Like an Arsenal or someone like that, potentially. If Forest could beat them, why can't we? So then I can ask the folks, what is the answer?
Yeah, just what?
It's $1 million question, isn't it? Signings, yeah. Get Rafa in. So everyone who says don't get Rafa back now wants Rafa in.
I don't want Rafa back. I will stand by that.
See, the only thing that's good about...
I absolutely loved him. I did. Loved Rafa. Was a huge, huge fan of Rafa. Mm-hmm. But we need to look forward and at what the future holds. And he chose to leave, with whatever house happened and the opportunity and the timing and everything wasn't right. And then he chose to go to Everton, which we all knew was going to be an absolute fuck up. And now he's there, and it is the huge fuck up that we all knew was going to happen. And that's where he is, and we are where we are. And it's time to separate those ties.
But an unbelievable donation again from Ronald Turnbull. Thank you very much. That £20 donation will get you added to the prize draw of the replica shirt. I'm sorry, guys. There's far too many comments to try and keep up with them at the moment. And we're now going to move on to a separate section of the show after I just read out these stats, because this says a lot about the team itself. Now, whether it's the tactics or whether it's the players on the day, in my eyes, 12 shots off target, 1 on target. Watford, 18 shots off target, 5 on target. You keep conceding that many chances at home, you're not going to win football matches, are you? Possession, we had 52% of it to 48. We actually passed the ball more than them, but our passing accuracy was less than Watford's. Same amount of fouls, 1 extra yellow card. But yeah, the stats say everything in my eyes. If you're not able to hit the target, you're not going to score goals. And that's the reason why we didn't win this football game. It's as simple as that. Because that first half performance, we could have been 3-0 up before we even conceded the goal that we did. So it's very disappointing. And like Jade said, doors will start shutting soon. But what you've got to remember is Burnley have got 3 games in hand on us, but who are they against? Are they winnable games? That's the one thing I'd ask the question of. and especially since we took their striker off them, are they going to be able to win those games?
Doesn't seem to matter. We can't win our winnable games. So no, we're knowing our luck. In typical Newcastle fashion, we don't win the games that we should win, and they'll go and win the games that they shouldn't.
Yeah, but we don't know that though. So just looking at the points, looking at the games, Burnley have got a good opportunity, but Norwich have played a game extra than us, and they've only got a point extra. Watford have only played one game less than us, and they've got 2 points more than us.
Watford have got to play Burnley and Norwich next 2 games, haven't they?
Yeah, so they'll be interesting. We'll hope for some draws in there. Potentially, Everton are on 19 points now as well. You know, for me, it's between Burnley, Newcastle, Norwich, Watford, Leeds, and Everton. I think Brentford are out of it now. I think they're safe. It's going to be very, very interesting, and it could go down to the last game. And who's our last game against?
Burnley.
Burnley.
Can you imagine Chris Wood putting them down?
Stuff of dreams in there. Target, Barry, statistic kind of tells me that the experiment of playing John Joe Shelby as a defensive midfield player sitting in front of the back four, pinging passes, ain't working. It doesn't
work. It's not, and I don't think that should ever happen. He needs a defensive midfield player next to him to let him go forward, which is a bit of a shame. Joe Linton, thank you very much for the £5 super chat. Obviously, you are in the draw because you've donated a few times. John there roasting you on Jason's stream. Oh, obviously Jason must be doing one tonight as well. I hope it's going well for him. Kevin likes my optimism. I have to be optimistic. I've just had a little girl and she's gorgeous. You're not wiping the smile off my face for at least a few months until she's shat all over me, thrown up on me about 10 times, and I've had no sleep. Then I might change and become a bit of a knob when it comes to
see you in a couple of weeks then.
Yes, it'll be very different. Right, that's full-time part of it over. Let's get to transfers and banter, and let's try and, cheer ourselves up a little bit. So before I do that, because there's 239 watching, which is just absolutely incredible, or 229, just lost 10. Incredible figures.
That's your
again.
Optimism, that is.
It is, isn't it? They're just literally gone. They just want to be pessimistic.
They've gone, that shows too delusional for me. I'm out.
We're down. So 229 watching, incredible figures again. I'm so humbled that people want to watch and listen to us talk about football. So if you do like what you've heard so far, we do have different opinions. We don't always agree with each other, and that makes the show better. But we're not like talk shite. We do actually know what we're talking about. So please hit that subscribe button, hit the notification button, so you know when we're going live. If you would like to become a member, it's 99p a month or $1.99 or $2.99. All the perks are the same. Jade's obviously seen a comment. Put it up, Jade, because I can't see it myself. Go on, put it up. Another £5. Joe Linton, thank you very much. They're showing a pic of you, John, compared to Lee Gunner and seeing you on a rap battle of 8 Mile. Fantastic. Fantastic.
Love that.
So back to the membership. If you'd like to become a member and you'd like to be entered into prize draws throughout the year, we are going to give away a replica shirt to someone either tonight or tomorrow, probably more likely tomorrow. Give you all a chance to sign up and get your names into the hat, and we will do that. Hit the like button if you're enjoying it as well. So YouTube, share the show, and the algorithm works that way. It's weird how it works. And if you'd like to donate, like Joe Linton has been, and like Stephen did earlier today, incredible, please hit the $sign and donate whatever you like from £1 upwards. And if you do, you'll also be entered into the draw for the replica shirt. And some of the money eventually will start going to Sports Trader, and quite a lot of it will start going to them very soon. As soon as they get the shop open, we'll be buying prizes from them. So you donate to us, we buy the prizes, we give the draw, and you might win something, and you're doing something good for an absolute fantastic charity. So please bear that in mind and hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the membership button. That's all we want. Another one's come in. Fantastic, from NUFC Ian 21, who's a member of the family and he's donating. Stop donating if you're on the channel. Thank you, Ian, for $8.99. Send it to my bank account. It means YouTube don't take anything. But well done for chipping in, mate. I hope Ian's got some great news for us soon, and we're going to be at a boxing night, and he's going to be bringing a few celebrities with him, and it might get us cheaper tickets.
Don't meant to tell him, Bazza, that he's taking me, all right? That was meant to be a surprise. I was the big reveal.
Who said we were going? And who said you were coming? And who said we were
you just said you just said a celebrity was going?
Well, I mean, like a bigger celebrity, like a boxer.
You're listening to this. Ladies and gentlemen, I quit.
Putting you in your box.
I quit.
You would never
Shocking.
quit. You love it too much. But Ian's trying to get us potentially, hopefully, 3 decent, very well. One of them's going to be going for title fights very soon. 3 Northeast boxers to join that white collar boxer night in June. And if that happens, I'm going to try and buy tickets for everyone who's on the channel so they can come. So, because I'll get them at a cheaper rate and I'll use the channel's funds as well or something like that for that. So I'll take my slice out of it and buy his old tickets so you can come to the boxing. It'll be amazing. And it'll be a great night. Right. Transfer rumours and banter, guys. So, right. HP has sent me a message. The source is Saucy. He's given me a list of 8 players that all the agents that he knows 2 agents, are working on and trying to get through the door. Now, obviously, we won't get all 8 of them. If we can get 2, 3, or 4 of them, we'll be very happy, guys. I think a lot of the names we've heard of, there are some names that have been bounded about on Twitter that are not on this list. And a lot of the times it's their agents actually trying to force a move for their player using Newcastle. Oh, my God. Michael Marsden, £70 donation. Wow. That is unbelievable, mate. Thank you so much. I did ask Paul to text you or give me your email address so I could speak to you personally, because you've obviously donated quite a lot to the channel as well, and it's absolutely incredible that you do that. And I hope Paul's passed on my thanks. And again, thanks again tonight. It takes your breath away when people do things like that. I don't know what to say, to be honest with you. It's just incredible. But like I say, a lot of this money will be going to a very good charity. Right, try and get my track of thought back again. So HP, Saucy, 8 players. A lot of them we've talked about, but we're going to talk about them again because the agent reckons 2 of them will be in by the deadline for the Leeds game. So we're going to try and work out which 2 we want, which 4 we want by the end of the window once we've gone through all 8 players. So the first one is Ekitike. That's how I'm going to pronounce his name from now on because it's not even right, but it's close. So he's a 19.
Hugo.
Yeah, Hugo. Yeah,
he's just Hugo.
Hugo, 19-year-old Ekitike. Plays as a midfielder at Rems, but everyone says he's a striker, so it's a bit strange that he's down as a midfielder on this app. But he is very young and he hasn't played many games. He's played a total of 951 minutes. He scored 8 goals. He's provided 2 assists. He's attempted 267 passes in total with a passing accuracy of 68%. Now, obviously, with him being so young and not playing so many games, his stats don't look too clever at the moment. However, if you've watched him play, you'll be impressed. For his age, this guy is for the future, and he could do a job from the bench for us as early as now, in my eyes. His target doesn't look too clever, but shots on target is very good. And his dribbles aren't too bad, and his recoveries aren't too bad either for a midfielder. His percentages aren't fantastic, but we're buying potential, guys, if we do get him in now. This is the one deal that he said in the message that he sent me that is very, very close. So they're pushing really hard to get him through the door. Jade, what do you make of that signing if we get him in? Is it one for the future or will he do a job straight away?
He's definitely not a starter, but come off the bench, 20, 25 minutes, half hour of a game, when maybe someone's legs are going a little bit.
Nobody said that.
He's young. He's got absolutely no fear, which is what I like about him. Lad's full of confidence. He has bags of ability with so much room to develop.
Yeah.
So, I think if we need anything right now, we need somebody with quality, but also no fear, to come in, and not be worried, not be concerned, not have that panic, and have full faith and confidence in yourself. And that lad's got that. And I think that's what we need. We need that little spark, when you get like those fireworks and you get the little one and you don't think a lot of it. And then all of a sudden it lights up and it's that one of those massive ones that just lights up the whole sky from nowhere. Yeah. We need one of those. And I think that kid could be that for us.
Yeah. Billy, do you agree with that?
Yeah, he's got all the tricks in the book and he's strong, tall, thin, worried, quick, but strong with it. Just did a little YouTube search on him, and obviously don't show the bits where he falls over the ball and misses over goals 2 yards out.
Even does ASM and his little gifs.
But what he has got, he's got a trick or two. He's got pace, and he's a real prospect and really highly rated in France. And if we get hold of him, I agree with Jade. Bench player last half hour when the centre backs ragged at the back. We could do him today actually. It was superb to come on last half hour.
So Joe Linton thinks they wouldn't play well together. Personally, I think someone as a bigger man as Wood doing the dirty work and getting the ball down and flicks on and things like that for his pace would actually work quite well. It reminded me of a Shearer-Bellamy combination, John.
Yeah, I mean, look, if he comes in, it's going to be for the future, but you don't know unless he starts getting some games. And the guy's 19 years old, and they call him the new Thierry Henry and the new Mbappe sort of thing, but I take no notice of that. I'll just go by the name. And if he comes in there and surpasses all from the bench, then who knows? Then we've got a player on him. But if he's young enough, just go for it. You know what I mean? He's getting games first down in. And his goal scoring record, 8 goals to 17, is all you need to know. So if you're going to play him, throw him in. If he's confident, just do it. Do you know what I mean? And see what he does.
Pedro rates him very highly. His height, I'm not sure on. I've stopped putting those details up.
He is very tall. Yeah, he's very tall.
He is tall, though, isn't he?
Something like that. He's really tall.
He's skinny, though, and he's muscle on him. But that comes in time. He's only 19.
So, right, Louis got Burger King vouchers. We can make that work.
Exactly. Fish and chips, Burger King, McDonald's. We've got all the fattening you'll ever need.
He is strong, though, with him being skinny.
Yeah. So that's one of 8 players. You might want to write these down. So when we come back to you know who we're talking about. John, you might want to write this down because you will forget that we've talked about 8 players tonight.
He's what an idiot.
I've still got the notes from the other night, so I'll just use that.
Good idea. So Diego Carlos is the next one. He's again 28, Brazilian, plays as a defender for Sevilla FC in La Liga. He's played 150 matches for a total of 13,074 minutes. He scored 7 goals, provided no assists, and he's won 127 tackles, and a total displays a tackle success rate of 61.39%. His little graph looks good. He's the blue bit, not the green bit. Ignore that. He's physical. He's great at defending. He's great at heading the ball. Dribbling and vision, obviously not so good because he's a defender. His passing's not too great, but he's a man mountain at the back. Now, this is a defender I personally think we need to grab as quickly as we can. And then if we have a quick look at the last part of the stats. So he never crosses the ball. He doesn't need to. But look at his passing success rate. So when he gets it, he gives it simple. It's 88%. His tackles 71% in 71 minutes that he wins. Recovery is 10%. Clearance is 21%. Tackles 10%. It's one of the highest I've seen on this stats machine, and it's incredible. But his dartboard looks quite poor, really, compared to what we've seen him. Because Jade, you'll obviously come in very soon because you watch a lot of La Liga. You would have seen this guy play. But look at his passing as well. He hardly ever goes back to the goalkeeper. He likes to put it out to the right, to the left, or forward, which is what you want to see from someone who's comfortable on the ball in defence. If you see it going back to the goalkeeper a lot and that dot gets bigger, that's not the kind of player we need. But this guy is the real deal. Jade, I'll come to you first. It's got to be done, hasn't it?
This for me is the deal I waited for all week this week.
Yeah.
This was the name that I wanted to see come in. All the talk, all the ons, all the offs. This is the name that I've been really, really, really wanting. I personally wanted this guy more than I wanted Botman, purely just because I know him better from La Liga. Mm-hmm. And he's an actual tank. He's not going to cross the ball in for you. He's not going to whip you little passes. He's not going to play anything fancy. It's very, very one basic. He's just going to win it. He's going to aerial jaw for it. He's going to tackle you. And when he tackles you, he's going to tackle you hard. He's going to let those attackers running at him know that he's there. He likes to make that very, very early on known, that he's there and he's watching you and you're his man. And he's going to let you know that you're in a battle for the rest of the game. His physique, his stature, everything about him, he's an absolute beast. of a defender. And this is my one that I really, really, really wanted us to get in this week, because he is my centre-back choice as a top priority player to pick in.
Botman for me, but definitely he's up there, isn't he?
I said, it's because I know him better than I know Botman. Do you know what I mean? I've watched the La Liga, as you know, so I've seen Carlos play a hell of a lot more than what I've seen Botman play. So for me, it's just because I know more about him. I would be more confident in a player I know more about in.
Yeah. Botman incoming. How do you know Joelinton? How do you know?
Because they know each other, they're mates, isn't it?
There must be, mustn't there? Yeah, there must be. John, Carlos, what do you make of your foreign footballers?
I'll tell you something. I mean, if he's rated 40 to 45 million pound, go and get this guy in right now, because this guy is absolute world class. He's a beast of a defender, in my opinion. I mean, the stats just says it all there. We need someone's going to be a beast. Someone's going to put the tackle in. Someone's going to come comfortable on the ball. And this guy has got a lot. I mean, he's the best defender in La Liga, according to managers and people like that. And also, I don't watch a lot of La Liga, but one thing I'm going to say, I mean, just pay the money. He's going to be 29 soon. Pay the money now. Stop flipping and flopping. Go and get him. Just say, right, you know what? You'll be the richest club in the world. Pay the money now. Just pay up and just get the guy over here before it's too late. Get him now before the Leeds game, because that is what we need. Yeah. Because the defence we got now are not good enough. Yeah, the Championship defenders. And let me tell you something, right? Ask you one question, people. Right? Do you trust these defenders we got now to keep us up? Yes or no?
No, that's a silly question. Absolutely not. No, don't.
Absolutely. Go and get him, and then go and just name it off of Sven Botman. Get him in, offer the money that Lille cannot refuse, and then get those two in. That's a dream centre-back pair.
Yeah. Very quickly there, Nat Phillips would be good as well, but he's not on the list. And do you think we'll sign anyone for the Leeds match? I think it's imperative that we do, and I think it's.
I don't think we have a choice, to be honest with you, mate. I don't think we have a choice. We have to bring another couple in before that game. Otherwise, we're in big trouble playing Leeds.
Hell yes. Billy, your thoughts on Carlos?
Yeah, he's a man-mounted, isn't he? And he loves to tackle, loves the rough and tumble. Very physical centre-half. With also, he never gives the ball away either. Just passes it forward. And yeah, he's an ideal person to go into our back four. 5 times better than anything we've got now. Yeah. And him and Botman, with his kind of reading the game and stuff like that, have been ideal pairing. I think we will get Botman, but I think it'll be later in transfer window. But I think we'll get Carlos this week, and we need to get him this week. Let's be honest about it.
Yeah. He won't do your fancy pants. He'll keep it simple with his passing. He'll just play it to the free man and stay in his position and do what he loves to do, which is that fight at the back. So get him in so I can buy my shirt.
Brilliant. Right, next one. Ramsey, I personally think this is done once he produces a negative COVID test, because he's unfortunately out with COVID at the moment. He's 30 years old. We all know he's Welsh. He plays as a midfielder for Juventus. We all know that. Played 22 matches in the 2021 season for a total of 1,092 minutes. Scored 2 goals and provided 4 assists. He attempted 700 passes in total with a passing accuracy of 87%. Now that really does bode well for us if we can get someone who can actually pass the ball and hit the mark 87% of the time, because that is a huge stat just for that one part of a season that he played in. If we can get 18 games out of Ramsey and getting that passing rate, it will be incredible. And he can score goals as well. And you can see with his passing range, it's very, very spread out. He favours the right a little bit more than the left, and going back and forward are quite similar. He's dribbling 77% success rate, but his passing rate at 87% is huge. And he does like a tackle every now and again as well. So, yeah, I mean, Ramsey, for me, especially since it's apparently a 6-month loan and an option to buy, it's a no-brainer. What about you, John? Is that a no-brainer or not?
At first, because of his injury record, right, I don't think he'd be any use to us. But after the predicament we're in, I'll take him all day long now. I mean, we need a creative midfielder in there, right? you just said there, we could do an 18-game Ramsey in there sort of thing. He can make a huge difference in the midfield. His passing ability is great. I think he scores some cracking goals as well. And he makes the late runs as well to get on the end of things as well. But Aaron Ramsey, I take him all day long because he is still a decent player.
Yeah. There was rumours of Haidara, but that is, again, he's not on the list. And I think it's the agents drumming up interest to try and get the player a higher price tag and getting them a higher move. So what you got to remember is when you read a lot of the stuff online now, is a lot of the times it is because we can afford anyone we want. And it's just trying to bolster the price tag up for other clubs to buy them as well. So it's a difficult situation we're in. Honestly, the comments are non-stop. Baz could make a huge difference. I could be on that pitch and make a huge difference. But I think he's talking about Ramsey, to be fair. And yes, he would make a huge difference. You bring leadership in. I've got them mixed up. Silly me.
That's definitely not on Ramsey.
No. We're on to the next one now. So Botman, 22-year-old, he's Dutch, plays as a defender for Lille in League One. He's played 75 matches in a total of 6,731 minutes. He scored 3 goals, provided 5 assists, and he's won 60 tackles. Total the tackle success rate is 66.29%. He won the French League last season. For me, he's the next Virgil van Dijk. I've watched him a few times now because we're being linked with him. The guy reads the game so well. When he's tackling, he's so clean. Never hardly takes the player. He always takes the ball. And I mean, if you look at his graph there, if you were picking your team on the PlayStation, look at that physicality. He's defending, he's heading. Everything about him is fantastic. And then we'll go on to the picture that I put up first that I wasn't meant to go to first. Passing again, 85%. So if we had Carlos and Botman, we've got 2 defenders who know how to make an easy pass and know how to make that pass very well. And he's tackling 66%. He doesn't really tackle that often, though, because he reads the game so well. He more intercepts. And I wish there was an interception rate on this app rather than just a tackle rate, because you would see that top of the range. His clearances 12%, tackles 4%, and recoveries 4%. His aerials, he's a mountain. He wins headers as well. If we've got Carlos and him at the back, Jade, we're just on fire, aren't we? Really?
You look at him, Carlos.
He just looks good, doesn't he?
And you look at that back line, and you just think, do you know what? Shoot at us now. Go for it. Run at those boys. See what happens, because you're just going to run into a brick wall. Didn't know a lot about him. But I have been doing a lot of research since he started getting mentioned with us. And it's just another one that you just signed him. I mean, just throw the money at him. Just get the kid. Because he is going to be the future, as one of the best centre-backs in the world. They're going to be... We talk about him for the years to come. We talked about him being that signing that's our Vincent Kompany. For the future of where we're looking to go, being that captain. And alongside somebody like Carlos, who's going to do the rough and tumble, and he does the silkier challenges, but is still there for that fight as well. I just think it would work really, really, really well. Obviously, reading the comments, I've also seen that those things on the TV where they've said he's not coming and X, Y, and Z and whatever else. But Chairmans have also said that about other players. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Arsenal Chairman told Messi would never leave. Messi's now playing at PSG. Any player can leave for the right price. There is no such thing as never. So you never know. But obviously I'm aware that it's called.
I'm not going to forget Botman. I'm sorry. I still think there's a deal there to be done. And I think he could be the deadline day transfer.
It's the movement to the goalpost. It started at 30, then they wanted 35, then it was 40, then they wanted 45, now it's 55. And I'm just like, it just doesn't seem to end. You want us to pay 3/4 of your debts off for one player here for the entire club?
Yeah, exactly. Billy, it's a must get done somehow. I heard that the agent, because obviously my HP knows the agent, he flew out to France. Newcastle put their final offer in. They've left it on the table. It's up to Lille to either accept it or decline it. I think they'll hold on to it for as long as they can and see what else they can sell in the window. If they can't get enough money raised, I think they'll come back to our offer and say it's too good to be true. We'll have to accept it and the player will become our player.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. I think that's exactly what was going to happen. They're in deep financial trouble. They can't afford to pay the wages, apparently, by all accounts, and things are getting really tight for them. So, they're playing business brinkmanship, aren't they? They're trying to get as much out of us as they can. Yeah. It's got to the stage now where we've made a final offer, take it or leave it. And in 2 weeks, I think they'll take it. And then you'll have a partnership, hopefully, of a man mountain and a silky defender next to him, who can bring the ball out, who reads the game fantastically for a young lad who's going to improve with age, who's got the qualities of a Virgil van Dijk and is going to get better and better and better. And eventually you're going to see possibly the best centre-half in the world playing for Newcastle United.
Yeah, Ian sent me a picture of the thing where it says in the 2019-99 season, what it basically means is that it's all seasons that he's played in. It's not the one season. It's just if you actually click on the name and put in a season, it actually puts that information in there. But because you put all seasons, it puts it as 2000 to 1999. So you're not actually discussing one season. You're discussing his whole career. That's what that basically means, mate. John, what do you think of good old Botman? It's got to be a done deal, and we've got to get it done. Even if we wait till the last day of the window, it's something that it's got to be accepted.
I'll have to agree with you guys as well. I think I've always said that Lil has got off on the table right now, right? He keeps saying it's going to be turned down, rejected, right? But I still believe Botman's going to be our player in the January. I really do think that because, like Billy said, they're in financial difficulties and little, right? They need the money. And this deal is going to be a done deal for me. I just think they're playing brinkmanship here, sort of in hardball with us and brinkmanship. Yeah. Botman's made it clear he wants to come to Newcastle, yeah? He ain't going to put in a transfer request in at all whatsoever because he knows he's going to lose money if he does that, right? Mm-hmm. And this guy is going to be, again, like Carlos, the real deal. I think those two at the back will be a dream centre-back. That looks like a top six defensive partnership there right now.
Easily. With Trippier on the right as well.
Exactly. We could easily pay him to put a transfer request in by saying we'll still pay you your sign-on fee.
Yeah.
Easy way around it.
That's true. Yeah.
Exactly. He'll get that money back one way or another. So I just hope now, go out there, like 40 million, take it or leave it, right? You're in financial difficulties, right? You're not going to mess us about. You're not going to bully us out of getting more money just because we're just top in the world. We pay you what we think he's worth, yeah? And simple as that. I'll just tell you what, if you don't want it, okay, walk away. Simple as that. 40 million, there you go.
Yeah. Would that not go down as tapping the player up? Which is like the unethical way of signing a player. If you go around those routes to do that, doesn't that come under that category?
Yeah, you could be right.
It happens.
Right.
Yeah.
Of course it happens. I'm just saying, you've got to be really careful because you get caught and then we're really off hook then. Yeah,
I agree. Yeah, got to be careful. Football style, we've mentioned this already. We believe that's I've been told from HP that it's the agent drumming up the interest, not the actual club. The club have got this list of 8 players to work on that I've been told. There might be more that come out the woodwork, depending on how desperate we get, if we can't get through to players that we want. But if he comes, I mean, I would still take him, but he's not one that I'm looking at. Look, Nicholson, if that's true, even a few players, more reason to move them on. Yeah, exactly. What's this one? He said we're after because, I told you, they're just trying to drum up the interest for the player. Trust me. Just because exactly happens all the time. We were linked with Cantwell and that's gone quiet, and that could have just been Norwich trying to drum up his price tag potentially as well. So you just don't know, do we? This is why this is all rumours.
With like 300 players before this window opened. People, okay, not every single one of them are interested in signing for Newcastle. Let's just remember that.
No, Lille do have debts, Ginger. Trust me, they are in big trouble, mate. The Champions League run hasn't wiped it out. It really hasn't. Right, Dean Henderson has become a bit of hot property now because he's unhappy at Man United. He wants to leave for first team football. Now, we feel Eddie Howe wants a ball-playing goalkeeper where Henderson is good with his feet. He's kept 38 clean sheets in 86. He's conceded 86 goals in 8,505 minutes. He got the Golden Gloves for Swansea in the Championship, which is a hard thing to do. He's made
No,
256. I thought he did, yeah. Swansea got
No,
golden boots.
that's Woodman.
Oh, it's Woodman. Sorry. Getting mixed up with players. Sleep deprived. He's got a save ratio of 74%. Spider graph's never good for a goalkeeper. As long as it's pointing in that direction, you know, it means he's good. And then let's just look at the last picture of it. So as you can see there, look at the clean sheets, look at the recoveries, the saves. He's just a top-class goalkeeper, really. And Man United, he's wasted at Man United on the bench. He kept Sheffield United up, and that's why they had such a good run when they were in the league. You know, his save success ratio is huge. Close range is not too bad. I think that's where Dubravka's a little bit better at. But his distribution's not too bad either. He's just class, Billy. Personally, I think this is something. If we can get him for 6 months, it should be done.
The thing that kind of puts me off is the fact that we're going to have to Van der Beek as well, and we can't loan both, can we? So we're going to have to sign one of them.
This is true.
So at the minute, Henderson's a far better goalkeeper than Dubravka, I've got to say, but needs much more in the centre of midfield. And if we can get Van der Beek first, and maybe buy him outright, then I'll be all for it.
Yeah, I mean, it could possibly still happen. You just don't know, do you?
Yeah, I'll sign one of them outright. Yeah, I'd take Henderson every day of the week. Every day of the week.
What about you, John?
We definitely need a keeper to get the back challenge as well, by the way, because the other 3 keepers, in my opinion, are not ready for Newcastle yet. But, I mean, would I take Dean Henderson? Of course I would. He is one of the best young English goalkeepers there. He can't get in the first team of Man U yet. And he's proved it at Sheffield United. The first time he's been there, I think he's been absolutely fantastic, makes some wonderful saves. But I'd definitely take him on loan. And there's no harm at all getting him. And if he goes straight into the first team as number 1, I have absolutely no problems with that at all. No disrespect to Martin, but I mean, he still doesn't look right since that injury. But I just hope that he gets better properly. But I'd take Dean.
Yeah, I would. Jade?
Going to answer Kevin first of all. Clubs aren't in for him at the moment, purely because during the January transfer window, how many clubs can afford the money that we can? None. Okay, bar the bigger clubs like your Man Cities, and they don't need defenders right now because they have a squad abundance full of them. That is the answer to your question. Moving back to Dean Henderson. Yes, I would. I think he'd be a great keeper to challenge Dubravka in that spot. I think that's what Dubravka needs. He also needs that fight mentality put against him. Carl Darlow, Gillespie aren't going to give him that fight. Woodman isn't ready to give him that fight. I think Henderson's a good keeper. I think he's wasted at Man United, along with a few other of their players. So if we could get him in, I would, but I can't see us doing any business for keepers until the summer.
Yeah, it's a difficult.
But he was set to be their number 1 this year, wasn't he? And suddenly David De Gea discovered his previous form again, and that's kind of put that on the back burner, hasn't it? Unfortunately for him, David De Gea, obviously one of the greatest keepers in the world, so back on form again, you're not going to displace him.
Yeah, this is true. But he wants to play, so Man United are in a tricky situation. £56 million, Jade, for the release clause, apparently.
And I like the sound of that.
Yeah, I thought you might.
Absolutely.
Right. Next one, Donny van der Beek. We've all wanted him. We've all said to each other, this is the signing we all want to see. 6-month loan again to a possible buy. Personally, just buy him outright. He's 24-year-old. He's Dutch. Plays as a midfielder for Man United in the Premier League, as we know. He's played 117 matches for a total of 7,792 matches. He scored 30 goals, provided 22 assists, attempted 3,651 passes in total with a pass accuracy of 82%. Whew. I mean, look at that. He's physical. He can tack. He would literally displace John Joe Shelby straight away. So that is, for me, a no-brainer. Let's have a look at his next stats. There they are. So he's tackling. His success rate isn't great, but he puts himself about. His passing accuracy is fantastic. His dribbles aren't bad. He shoots, he crosses, he does everything you want. He's a complete midfielder in my eyes, because if you look at his passing where he goes, he'll go anywhere. He'll go forward, left, right, or back. He's not scared to be on the ball in positions where he's under pressure. His dartboard, however, in the middle there doesn't scream quality, does it? Which is a bit strange, because he's a lot better than that. Shots 8%, passes 4%, recoveries 5%. We all said before this window opened, Billy, he's a man we should be looking at.
Oh, we saw him play for Ajax against Manchester City and absolutely dominate their midfield, didn't we? And on back of them kind of performances, it's unbelievable that he's not getting a game for Manchester United when they've got Freddie McTominay playing at the back of their midfield. It's absolutely ridiculous. Something's not right there at the club. He's obviously not settled properly. Yeah, I'd be all out to get him. All out to get him. Yeah,
Jade.
Yeah, absolutely. I've said this to all of you. I said to everyone, before the window came, that I'm really disappointed with the time that he's had at Man United. I don't blame him for that at all. I think he's been completely mismanaged. I'm not even sure why they signed him, to be honest, seeing as they clearly don't want him there. So I find it really bizarre, because you've taken a really, fantastic talent, for a midfield, and you just look like you're killing it. To be honest, the poor boy looks miserable. I absolutely want him. He comes straight into that midfield, and I think he changes that midfield for us completely as well.
Yeah.
So, if it's one of those loans with the option to buy in the summer, then yeah, whatever. Yeah. Loan him, buy him, whichever way around you want to do it. Not first. Yeah. Bring him in. Free Donny.
Joel Linton, I'll get you banned soon, because that's 4 times you've said that, and we've already put it up 4 times now. She knows what the release clause is, mate. Stop sending the same message.
I love thank you very much. I love the release clause. Of course, I want him personally. Yes, I do absolutely want any Spanish international. I do love Pau Torres. He's brilliant, absolutely brilliant player. Thank you very much.
How long's Ramsey had the Rona for? It's a good question. I'm not 100%.
He should be due
but it's tomorrow, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the week tomorrow.
Yeah. So there you are. John, your thoughts on Donny van de Beek?
I 100% take him. He's not getting a game at Man United. And he's the sort of player that I take all day long to take away John Joe Shelby. Let's be honest about it. And he's an upgrade. We had John Joe Shelby for quite a long time, by the way, but it's nice to have someone new, someone different. You know what I mean? And look, he's a younger player as well. I take him all day long. I mean, he will upgrade our midfield 100%. I mean, got Joe Linton there, Van de Beek there, and then hopefully things will be good. So I'd take him 100%.
Yeah, I would as well. I very quickly just go back. I'm going to lose all the comments now as well. Look, guys, I just got to say, right, there's that many comments, especially Joe Linton to you. I cannot read every single one of them. If I did that, we'll be here till 5 o'clock in the morning. That's how many comments there are. So I'm flashing them up on the screen so you can actually see them. John's just disappeared. I don't know what he's done. He's probably not paid enough in the meter in the hotel, or either that his hook has turned up at the door, or Julian has, or Bianca has. So he's had to run as quickly as he possibly could. I've just been DM'd by someone who said, can I be put into the draw tonight? And I asked him, are you a paying member? He said, no. Well, you're not going to be in the draw, mate. So we'll do this again just for his benefit. Please subscribe for free. You will be entered into free prize draws. But those prize draws will be selected of which ones will be free, i.e. the free aftershave. I will give that away tonight. That's very, very soon. But please hit that subscribe button anyway. Please hit the bell to notify you when we're on. It'll help grow the channel, and it would be absolutely amazing if you did do that. Now, if you become a member for 99p, this is a very important bit, Dave. 99p membership, or 199 or 299, whichever option you choose, they all have I can't stop laughing at Jane in the background. She's going like this, so trying to get around it. Fantastic. So 99p a month, that will get you entered into members only prize draws, which will be the replica Newcastle shirt. That will be the prize draw that I will do tomorrow, because there's so many names coming in. I haven't got yours all written down yet. And I need to do the draw fairly and make sure everyone's in it. And that's everyone who's made a donation from £1 or above. You will be entered into the draw. Or anyone who's a paying member at 99p a month, you will be entered into the replica shirt draw. everybody who's subscribed to the channel, who's let me know they've subscribed to the channel, because I've only got 840 names, I think, out of 2,000 people, you will be entered into the draw for the aftershave. And Dave, yes, you are on that list. You've been on that list ever since you subscribed all those months ago. You will all have a chance to win that bottle of aftershave. Now, remember, we are a sponsor partnership with Sports Trader, creating a level playing field. Please check them out. Please check out their Twitter handle @ToonTrader. They're going to be doing some fabulous stuff within the Northeast to get kids that are underprivileged sports gear, to help them go to school, to help them compete, and to give them a fighting chance as well. And we are very, very honoured to be part of it when they asked us to be. So, yeah, please hit that subscribe button. Please, if you're feeling generous, hit the donation button in the bottom right-hand corner of the chat, the $sign. Donate anything from £1 upwards, and you will be entered into that replica draw for the Newcastle shirt. And as we speak, Michael Hastings, thank you very much for being a member of the family now and becoming a member. So thank you very much for that. And I've lost all the comments now. So there's going to be a lot of angry people that I've missed out about 50 or 60 comments, unfortunately, but these things happen. Is he still speaking to us tomorrow then, Baz? You mentioned this the other day. Who's speaking to us tomorrow? Not on a Sunday. So HP's told me that all the agents have been given the weekend off because that's what they do in Dubai, don't they? And the working week starts on Monday or starts on Sunday afternoon, but it's all going to happen on Monday. There's going to be meetings and there's a lot going to be happening. So there's that membership one. I found it. I apologize to all the comments, but there's just that many of them, and we really want to get through these players that we are potentially going to be linked to. Right. Was a member to begin with, just upgrading Baz. Oh, even better. You see, what a guy. You know, you can be a member for 99p, but he's decided the channel deserves a little bit more, so he's upgraded his membership. Thank you very much, Michael. That's just unbelievable generosity. Thank you very much. Apparently, I'm shite lad. Well done, mods. I mean, come on. But no, I appreciate you what you're saying there. Can I ask why you think I'm shite? And yeah, show your face, pal.
I'm also keen to know why you think he's shite.
Yeah, well, you just think I'm shy anyway, Jay.
Just so we can palm in as well, you know, why not?
He used to be shy, but now he's all right. Bowie, Baz.
I think Joe Linton's upgraded his as well, because I'm positive he was already a member as well. Yeah, so thank you very much for that. I calm down, Bazza. Hey, Julie, you know what kind of day I had yesterday. It's the aftershave sex Banter. Fantastic. It works all of the time, 70% of the time.
I'm really worried about the other 30%, man.
Oh, honestly, it's one. Have you ever seen Anchorman, Jade?
You what?
You ever seen Anchorman, the movie?
I have not.
Oh, you need
you got to watch it. It's one of the finest movies of all time.
Yeah, you will absolutely love it.
And then watch Anchorman 2, because that's fantastic as well.
I'm just going to put it out there, lads. Right, there's people out there that have been trying to get me to watch Harry Potter for like the last 15 years, and I've still never seen a Harry Potter movie. So the chances of me watching this is very slim.
No,
it's an adult for adults. It's comedy. It's funny.
Yeah, it's really funny. If you don't watch it, I'll put you on a ban for a week.
A week off. Week off, lads.
You'll miss us. You wouldn't. Honestly, watch Anchorman. It's fantastic. Will Ferrell is just so funny. That's true as well.
Fantastic.
He is. Right. Oh God, here we go. Benny, I'm going to call him Benny. He's a 20-year-old in France, plays as a defender for Monaco in the league. He has played 83 matches for a total of 6,817 minutes. He has scored 3 goals and he's provided 1 assist. Stop laughing, Billy. He's won 58 tackles and a total display. Stop it, Jane. Success rate of 67.44%. Look at the blue line, not the orange one behind it. That's somebody else's. It's just the way. For some reason, they wouldn't let me. The website was just being a dick, basically. Baz will read anything that's put on the teleprompter. That is, that's another Anchorman. It's another Anchorman joke. It's fantastic. So you've got to watch it, Jade. You're missing out on all these great jokes.
Just read your teleprompter.
Apparently, he's out for 6 weeks injured. Oh, right. Well,
all right, move on then. Next player.
No,
it's 2 weeks now, isn't it?
Oh, there you are. It's gone down to 2 weeks now. So we were going to talk about him because we can still sign a player.
Villa. Move on.
No. Look at that 88% pass rate, success rate. Fantastic. Recoveries, clearances. Would you have him, guys?
No, he's injured.
Yeah, but he was only injured for a couple of weeks.
Yeah, they thought 6 weeks originally, but it's come down to 2 now. He's another one for the future, isn't he? So he'd come in as a third choice, I guess.
Yeah.
And yeah, top cut. I've got to be honest, I'm not seeing him, but his name's Badia Shield.
Badia Shield, good one. Rafa's
There's
just
no
been
accent
sacked.
on the E, so it's just Shield.
Someone get on Sky Sports. Breaking news.
Through my phone, so...
Rafa sacked. Oh, John's decided to join us. John, that was a very quick 5 minutes with the hooker there.
I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry, mate. If you got your end away,
It's not Sky Sports.
Play to you.
Oh, no, it's not. There's
nothing on Sky Sports.
I've got like
right.
Wi-Fi for 24 hours, and then all of a sudden.
Right, John, your microphone's not working, mate. You need to set your settings right.
I don't know.
No, your settings aren't right.
I'm on the iPad, mate.
Oh, right, the laptop. All right, okay. Well, we can still hear you just. So please, Martin, if you can tell us where that information's come from, that would be incredible because it's not on Sky or anywhere like that. We would like to know if that's true or not. Right, we've got 2 more players to talk about, so that's 6 down. John, you missed a couple, but don't worry, you haven't missed much. Other than some cracking Anchorman crack.
I thought you said you just missed crack then. I was like, Jesus, I missed that too.
Crack. Right, this is a player we've not discussed, I don't think we've this guy's come up. Right, here it is. What's this one? Rafa Benitez Everton board meeting to discuss manager's future. Defeated Norwich is not sure. All right, there we go. So
I did
Liverpool
read that
Echo breaking news. Rafa sacked. Liverpool Echo. Someone want to Google that and have a look?
Yeah, I'm on it.
Right, so here we go. Another name I can't pronounce. Mavididi.
Mavididi's bullet place for us now.
Yes, this is why we think we've got a chance of signing him, isn't it? Because of that link. So he's 23 years old. Plays as a forward for Montpellier in League One. In his career, that's what the 2000 and 1999 season means. He has played 88 matches for a total of 5,256 minutes. He scored 20 goals, provided 4 assists. He's taken 100 shots in total and a shooting accuracy of 42%. Now, this is a strange one because you're not buying for the future with this kid because 23, really, you should be getting into your groove, shouldn't you? So
announcement expected on Monday. Rafa Benitez sacked.
Oof. Wow.
Done.
Well, I mean, he hasn't had the results, has he? And they're in trouble, and it hasn't worked out.
Steve Bruce is available, Everton.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Get Bruce in. So
he's a family man.
Yeah. They love the family mans, don't they? Oh, wow. And £5 super sticker from Stan. Thank you very much.
Just Stan.
That'll get you in the draw for the replica shirt. Very generous of you. That didn't come up properly on the screen for some reason. It's a good job I saw that, otherwise I would have missed it. So what do you make of this guy? I mean, personally, are we buying for the... You can't really be buying for the future of a 23-year-old, though, can you?
Formerly at Arsenal, he was at Arsenal brought him up for the youth, and his brother now plays for us apparently. So he's obviously had a good upbringing at Arsenal. They bring the youth through quite well, don't they? So
that's true.
Not seeing him much, but yeah, I'll just take it as a good player if he's at Arsenal.
Jade?
No,
yeah, I don't know enough of him, to be honest with you.
No, I don't know enough about him. The stats don't appeal to me. He's 23. I think that'll make the stats look worse. You compare his stats with Hugo's stats. Hugo's only 19. He's still a baby. There's a lot, that you could do with somebody of that age. He's 23, going to be coming at 24. You should be hitting your stride as a forward, by the time you've hit that age. And he just doesn't look at all for me like he's hit any sort of stride. So for me, right now, no. Yeah.
What about you, John?
I don't know a lot about this guy, to be fair. I've never ever watched him play, but obviously Montpellier thinks highly of him. And again, I don't know any of this player.
Yeah, I don't know enough of them to really comment on it, but no, it's fine. I mean, a lot of us, Everton board now pushing to sack Rafa Benitez immediately. Next steps before final decision is to find the right replacement and agreeing compensation. Fabrizio Romano. All right, so he's quite a well-known Twitter guy, and he works in media. So if he's saying it, there's a very good chance. Posier's in the Liverpool Echo. Yeah, he's shite never stood out in the French league. The other strikers is 30 and he's 20. Yeah, I mean, I'm not too sure about him, Ginger. I have to agree with you on that one. Jesus, just agree with Ginger.
Me and Ginger agreeing.
I know. Can you believe it?
It's always going to happen at some point.
Yeah, has to. Right, next one. Blas. I don't know about that one. I've never talked about him before. So he's 24-year-old in France, plays as a midfielder for Nantes in League One. In his career, he's played 180 matches for a total of 13,225 minutes. He scored 31 goals. He's provided 15 assists. He has attempted 4,892 passes in total with a passing accuracy of 80%. Now, I saw this kid's graph and his stats, and I got excited. I don't know anything of him. But when you look at that, look how physical he is. He's dribbling. This guy could potentially be a very, very good signing for us. And I looked at where he likes to pass the ball, very rarely back. He looks forward. He favours the left side to the right side. He's dribbling 60% success rate. His passing's 80%. He puts himself about a little bit with his tackles. His dartboard doesn't look too clever, but when you look at his top right-hand corner one, 18% shots on his team. So he's a box-to-box midfielder. He likes to get a shot off. He likes to score goals. I'm going to have to do some more research on him because I only got his name this morning. But from what I've seen in these stats, I'm actually quite excited by him, Jade.
Yeah, look at that. He looks a little bit better. You know, look at that. He's got a bit more about him.
Here we go. Blas is a top cam. He's like Coutinho. There we go.
If Ginger says it's got to be true.
Exactly.
We need this in the midfield right now. We need players like this or a Van de Beek, you know, or both. You know, if we can, we need this. We need these additions. He likes the left-hand side. We are notably weak on both sides, but particularly, you know, the left-hand side. You know, we need more. Yeah. So, absolutely. Go in and get him. Go and get that fire. We need these players that are going to bring these sparks and this fire to this team. And possibly, you know, with your first team 11 that we supposedly have, put a few rockets up these asses. You know, you're not indispensable. We will come in and bring talent in that are going to challenge you for your places. And I think that's what they need. And these players, these kind of players, are the ones that are going to do it.
Yeah. Just a comment on Jason's there. I don't think Paul's channel is ever abusive, mate. We are in a partnership with him, and maybe just because you put a 1-1 draw, they were thinking you're being a defeatist, and they were probably having a bit of banter saying, no, we're going to win. Unless there was people in the chat that were saying things that I'm not aware of, but Paul wouldn't be like that. But I'm sorry you've had that experience. Give him another chance because he's a great guy. It's a great channel. We're obviously a great channel as well. 222 people watching, you know, comments are flying in. Sometimes we get a little bit angry. I wouldn't say we'll ever be abusive though, but well done for getting the correct score. I hope you had a tenner on it because you probably would have got 9-1 for a 1-1 draw. You could be sitting with a nice 90 quid right now if you put a tenner on it. So well done for getting it right.
Where do you bet?
Online normally. 1-1's about 8-1, 9-1, isn't it?
9-1, £10 on. You should get your stake back as well, mate. You're looking at
yeah, but
count your stake out.
I always count my stake out because it's £90 profit. That's a
different statement.
All right, I do apologise, but £90 profit then. So yeah, Jason, honestly, please give Paul another chance. He's a great guy. You know, what are you laughing at?
It's Jay giving you a bollocking. It's fucking there.
Oh, right. I always get a bollocking. I had 100-1 on the AFC.
He opens the door, Billy, and I just got to walk in, you know.
Joe Newton's comments also making me laugh.
Jason Barr shouts at me and makes me upgrade membership. I feel your pain. Fantastic. Oh man, I agree with you. Savannah. Paul doesn't like
Who mentioned Dillit in this chat?
Get out of it, Andrew.
Opinions. Come on, Andrew. He doesn't. He's just banter. He wants to see
Scottish. That's all.
There we go. So
we're all friends now, though.
Yes, we are. Yeah. You all right there, John?
Yeah. I'm fine.
Yeah, Joe. I just heard a noise. Like your hooker's trying to get out of the bed because you've chained her to it, so you can get back to her after you finish the show.
Are you delivering milk tray later, John?
Because she's worth it. Oh, Billy, that was fantastic. What did you think of Wood today, guys? I thought he worked hard. I thought he didn't get the service. I felt sorry for him.
He got fouled a few times. It wasn't kind of penalised either, wasn't it? Were they?
Yeah. Also, someone said to us earlier, I'm going to go back because we've done all our players now, and I've just remembered about a comment that I heard, and I really needed to speak on it and forgot about it. We said don't blame the referees. The referees weren't shite. I thought the referee was poor today. Billy did as well. There were so many times that you blew for a foul when there was a better advantage if you played on. There was one on the right wing in particular where someone got fouled but they flicked the ball on and Fraser was literally about to run in on goal and he blew it back straight away because he saw the foul. He instantly blew his whistle. He didn't let the ball run on to see where it would go to. And that to me is poor refereeing, and referees have got to be called up on this sort of stuff.
Well, penalised us actually, didn't they, for doing it?
Exactly. Jay, do you agree with that comment? Did you see some of that? I mean, I saw it quite a few times today.
Yeah, I saw a few challenges today that I thought I would have liked to have seen given to us that we didn't get. That one in particular that you just mentioned, that was my one. You know, when we managed to keep hold of the ball and get the flick on forward, and Fraser's about to make that darting run, and the refs pulled it back. But Fraser, he's there, he's with the ball, and was still on the break. Why haven't you played the advantage? And it annoys me that you can't ask the refs these questions after the game. They just seem to manage to walk away. Yeah, I'd love to have known why he didn't play the advantage there, and he's instantly blown as soon as Fraser's controlling the ball and going to go forward. Yeah, he's blown and pulled it back, and I'm like, well, why? We've got the advantage here.
Yeah, I completely agree. I was very disappointed. John Wolf, what did you make of the referee inside of the ground? Obviously, you have a different view to us.
I agree with you, Baz. I mean, I thought it was quite poor today. I mean, you put Shelby, which I think was a lazy tackle, but also as well, I mean, a couple of Watford players could have got put as well. A couple of those players dived today. Should have got put straight away. Making a stamp out of them, right, to make sure, hang on a minute, you don't cheat, right? You don't pretend to be injured, you cheat sort of thing, yeah? But I'll agree with you as well about refers a bit as well when he's going clean through. He would have been clean through, but I've been brought back, right? And I thought these referees are supposed to be the best refs in the world. Well, they're not. Some of them are just poor at the season. They really, really
not
are.
Even close.
Not even close. I mean, obviously, I watched the Italian referees as well. They're pretty good as well. Not being biased, I'm sure Jay's Spanish league as well. I don't know how good they are this season, but our referee is absolutely shocking today. He really has been. But you got referees like Mike Dean, right? He should have retired years ago. Yeah, was he 55, 56?
53, I think.
53. He's done. You know, we need young, fresh referees. Right, he's going to come in. Michael Oliver, right? He's pretty good. Yeah, I think he's a decent referee. I also like to see like referees for over Europe, the referee our Premier League. That's all I like to see. But I ain't going to happen anytime soon. Why? Because that's never going to change.
Yep, I agree. I was very disappointed with the referee today. I really was.
He was diabolical. It was awful.
He was, yeah. So very quickly, before I ask you guys the questions of which 2 players you would 100% take and which 4 players out of the 8 you would love to see through the door, let's just quickly ask everyone, if you're new to the channel and you've enjoyed what you've looked into, all the hard work I put into the stats and stuff like that, kind of rushed it and got there in the end. Please hit the notification button as well to let us know, to let you know that we are live. So please hit that subscribe button. It doesn't cost anything to do that, and it just helps us to grow as a channel. if you would like to become a member, 99p is our lowest offer, and it's entirely up to yourselves if you want to pay a little bit more. The option's there, but it'll give you the exact same, perks as being a 99p membership. We just want to give everyone the option, if they're feeling generous, to donate something every month. And with being a member, we obviously put you into prize draws that only you will be entered into for being a member, and there'll be lots of them through the year. So keep an eye out for the channel, and we'll send messages via YouTube to let you know you've won and stuff like that. And we have a great partnership with Sports Trader, creating a level playing field. We're very privileged and honoured to be part of it, and hopefully we'll be giving them as much money as we can through the year to help underprivileged kids to get sports gear, to help them, be better with sports in school and stuff like that. If you would like to donate tonight, there's still the opportunity very quickly. If you hit the $ in the chat, you can donate anything from £1 upwards. Entirely up to yourselves. The options there. We've had some great donations today, and it's just been incredible that people want to do that for us. And we thank you. And like I say, the money will go to good use. Stuff for the channels, stuff for the charity, and prizes for you guys for putting money into it. Obviously, John's got a great channel as well. He's on the road to 2,000. John Sinclair. He needs to decide what he wants to be, though, because there's a lot of Man United stuff on there, which is very disappointing, John. Yeah, have you got anything coming up over the next 2 days? Just the next 2 days, John, not the next week. Just the next 2 days, mate.
Next 2 days. I'll tell you what, can you make it next 3 days then, quickly?
Go on then, quickly.
Right. On Sunday, I'll go do, if I get home on time, I'll go do the match and instant live review for the match action. Do it at 4
Not very instant, John.
No, not the instant, sorry. I'll blame you for that, Jude.
Why don't you call me Julie tonight?
Yay! I should have gone last. And then on Monday, I'm going to be on, it's a horseman show on Monday, obviously, so I'll be on that. And then on Tuesday, and this is going to disappoint you, I've got Maisie coming on my show, and breaking news as well, Maisie's going to come on my channel every Tuesday. And you're going to talk about Premier League reviews and the transfers.
Very interesting. Considering she signed up to my channel to do Premier League review. That's a bit interesting. I'll have words with her.
Hey.
She's signing up other girls. Do we need to have a chat?
Just for the Premier League roundup. You're in there as well. You're in there as well.
I'm in fine form and he's replacing me.
Yeah.
Well.
Right. John, which 2 players would you like to see from that list?
One of them will be Carlos.
Yeah.
And one of them has got to be Botman. We need defenders, and that's what we need.
I love it. Billy, what are your 2 must players from that list?
And this is for next Saturday. Can we make it for next Saturday?
Yeah.
2 players off on that list I would want would be Diego Carlos and Donny van der Beek.
Ooh, I like those 2. Jade, what are your 2?
I've gone with Diego Carlos. I was always going to go with him. I think that one was inevitable. And I'm also going for Donny van der Beek. Those are my 2 definites in for this week.
Yeah. Yin thinks it was the high foot challenge we were talking about. I think the high foot challenge was on Fraser himself on the wing, so I don't think it was that one, mate. But that was another challenge that, again, players should have been stopped. I think he got a free kick in the end. But, it was pretty funny. Class act war, John. Yes, you are. Severe derby abandoned for objects thrown. Oh, Jesus Christ. Spanish football gets better and better. Yeah, but of course it's the English that really are the worst, though, isn't it? Right. So you've got your first 2 that you would like. What are the other 2 that you would like to see by the end of the window? So we've got 2 that we want immediately. So, John, the 2 that you would like before the window closes, on top of the 2 that you've already said you wanted immediately.
Yeah, I'm going to go Donny van der Beek.
Yeah.
And this is going to be surprising a lot of people. We do need a left back. And I'm going to go with Robert Goosens because you definitely need a left back.
Yeah, but Johnny wasn't on my list, mate. He's not on the list.
Oh, right. Well, there's the other 2, didn't I? Because
that's true. I'll let you off. So would you stick with the one with Donny?
Say, John. Botman and Robin Cousins.
No, Robin Goosens.
Oh, Goosens.
Robin Goosens. Yeah, so, but I've heard that's not an option at the moment. But you never know, things change. Billy, what are your other two that you would like done by the end of the window?
Sven Botman would be one, and I think the other one I'd have to go for Ekitike.
Yeah, I would like to see them too as well. I think we're all pretty much. You can't change, John. It's your own fault. You should have said something.
Yeah, but it's like the computer calm down sort of thing. So you got to be a that.
I love it. Right. Let's do the draw for the men's aftershave. I hope the woman doesn't win it. I suppose they can give it to their partner or
2022, Baz. Anyone can do anything now.
You can put perfume in for the women, can't you? Can you change it for perfume?
No, it's an aftershave. It's the one that we've got spare.
Right.
So give me a free gift for somebody in the coming year. Wrap it up for someone's birthday.
Yeah, exactly.
For an event coming up, you've got a free gift and you put the money in your pocket. Happy days.
It's not that midnight in Vietnam stuff, is it? That you got left over. So tuppence a bucket.
Sex Panther, isn't it?
Sex Panther.
Right.
Where did Kevin go anyway? Is Kevin still watching?
I don't know.
Is it Kevin? Because earlier he wrote in and said that I said I didn't want Botman. I never said I didn't want Botman. I just said I preferred Carlos and I thought he was more impossible. I never said I never wanted Botman. I just said the deal had gone cold, so we should push harder for the Carlos deal. So to clarify that one for everybody. I never said no to Botman. All right, never happened.
Right, so 8, 2, 6. Right, so I've got 825 names on here because these are the people who have actually told me that they've subscribed to the channel. YouTube doesn't tell me when you hit that subscribe button, which is why you've got to let us know. Our Twitter handles are on the bottom going across. Baz giving away unwanted Crimbo presents. Brilliant. No,
yes, Carlos.
It's not. My missus actually sells perfume and aftershave, and she's got her own little business called FM by Claire. You can actually find her on Twitter, and she sells a lot of other stuff as well. It's a bit of a side business that she's been doing. It's part of one of those groups like a Clean Easy and all that sort of stuff. Honestly, that's what it's like. It's like she's got signed up by her neighbour, but the stuff is actually really good, to be fair. I was actually quite shocked because you can get a replica of the top brands for like 16 quid. So the stuff's actually really good and really cheap. And I don't even have to bang my own trumpet about it because there's a guy on Twitter who's bought it from the missus recently. Be buying from Claire from now on. Thanks for the free samples of what I originally wanted. So he thinks it's awesome. So there you go. So someone's actually bought the product from Twitter when I've advertised it from Claire, and they says it's brilliant. So we're going to give away a free one. We'll put the information of the business when we send it out as well. So if you want to buy more in the future, if you like the stuff, then crack on because it is actually very good. So free draw time. Alexa, please choose me a random number between 0 and 826, please.
Your random number between 0 and 826 is 629.
629 is your winner.
That is so cool.
It's good, isn't it?
Yeah, I want me one of these Alexa things.
Yeah, it's just a little, don't say it out too loud because it'll start doing things, but it's just one of them.
Alexa, make sex noises.
Stop it. Alexa, turn off. Twat.
Oh, Billy, I love you.
So 629 is... You twat, Billy. Oh, God, it's a Spurs fan.
Oh, well, he'll need it, won't he?
At Spurs South.
Well, that's a bit awkward, isn't it?
It is, isn't it? But I'll message him to say that I need to know if he's still subscribed to the channel before I actually tell him he's won, because we need to make sure people are still subscribed. But at Spurs South, you are the winner of the perfume. So once we're contacting you, got your address, we'll send that out as quickly as we possibly can.
Lucky it weren't the shirt, lad. So,
oh, no, can you imagine Spurs? Yeah, I'd redraw it.
Yeah.
We'll just edit this part out of the show.
Just won't do it live so we can make it exactly how we want it.
Is right. What I'll do tomorrow is, because I need to get all the names down and find a fair way of doing it for the shirt, because so many people have signed up as members and donated tonight. This is rigged, according to Joe Linton. Hey, man.
Alexa just did it live, Joe Linton.
Exactly.
Give Alexa some credit.
Give us a bit of credit. I'll do the replica shirt tomorrow. We'll do it live. It'll just be a very quick video on the channel, just to do the bit with that device up there, and I'll find a fair way of getting all your names into a hat with numbers or something like that. So thanks, Harry. It might do. I don't know. I've not smelt it, to be honest with you.
No, ask Alexa.
Yeah. Sex Panther smells like farts. What's this one? Okay. Yeah. Never give up, never give up, never give up. Inspiring Newcastle fans. Yes, exactly. Go for it. Hey, John, the Man U fan, Sinclair.
Yeah.
I love it. Right, guys, one quick shout out. Please hit that subscribe button. Please hit the notification bell. Please consider becoming a member and putting some money towards the channel, and a bit that will go to charity. You will be entered into all prize draws and also just the member-only draws. We will be sending money to Sports Trader and buying prizes from them for you guys who put money into the channel. And please consider donating in the future when you're in the chat, because the option is there. It's good night from me, John.
Good night to you.
It's good night from John. Get yourself out in town, man, you idiot. Billy.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. Hope you have a good nice night's sleep. Don't think about the football.
Yes. Jade.
Good night, all. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and I'll see you all on Twitter tomorrow.
Yes. Au revoir, everyone. It's been a pleasure.